I'm going to tell you a lot of stories about the songs that I sing tonight because I don't have the opportunity to so much when we're playing with the electric band. But this is kind of part of the gig, I think, you know. I was born in San Antonio, Texas a long time ago, you know. And this song that we're going to do, I'm going to tell you a little story about it. Having been born in San Antonio to a very large family, my family is 12 children, you know. And I remember my father telling us once that we were going on a vacation to California to visit his cousin. And so at the time, it was a long time ago, we had a four-door sedan, like a Chevy or a Ford or something, you know. And as I've said before, there's so many kids that, you know, they didn't fit into the car really, you know, because it was my mother, my father, all these kids, and my grandmother had to come also, you know. And I still claim that she was there only to cast spells because she was not the nicest of grandmothers. But anyway, so we packed into this car headed for California, something like the Chicano Beverly Hillbillies or something, you know. And I make jokes that there were kids on the hood, on the roof, in the trunk, and some just ran behind the car all the way to California. And we lost some kids in Arizona, I think. I never saw again, you know. And anyway, we made it to California, and that was 1957, you know. And California in those days was really kind of the golden state, as they call it, you know, because the air was very clean, the waves were there was surfing, something called surfing. I'd never been to the ocean before. And I remember after a church on a Sunday in all our black suits, and my grandmother was all in black. She was kind of like a goth grandmother, you know, and we all went, and she had like this mantilla, and like, you know, we looked like a Fellini movie on the beach, basically, you know? And that was our first visit to the ocean, you know. But we fell in love with California, of course, because it was really kind of very so different from Texas, you know, in San Antonio. And one day my father shook hands with a man outside of his cousin's home. And we suddenly owned a home in Huntington Beach, California, which ended up being the surf capital of the world for a while, I guess, you know. And the reason I'm telling you this is because, you know, in most instances, you would move to this new town or this new city, but we never returned back to Texas to gather our things, you know. We left everything behind. We left a horse, we left the dog, we left the cats, the memories, the friends, the toys, everything was left behind, you know. And that's a kind of a weird and odd way to begin a childhood experience, you know, when you're 7 years old. And so that led to years and years of asking my parents, why did it happen that way? Why didn't we go back, you know, and gather our stuff? And that led to years and years of stories that I won't call lies because I love my parents, but they weren't the truth. And I'm not sure what that means exactly. But that also led to years and years of therapy, you know, so in America, therapy is very popular.